Hi guys, it's Melissa here. I recently made an envelope out of this gold foil vellum paper in one of my recent layouts, and I've been getting a lot of questions on how I made this, so I figured I would show you today. Now, the finished dimensions of this envelope that I made are 4.5 inches by 7 inches, so the directions I'm showing are for that dimension, but you could make yours larger or smaller depending on what you need. So I first started out by tracing a template on a piece of cardstock. I just took a piece of 12 by 12 inch cardstock and measured over 4.5 inches, another 4.5 inches, and 1/2 inches. And then from the bottom margin up 1/2 inches, 7 and 2. And you can see this is going to create a template for our envelope. This is going to be the front that folds over with 2 gluing flaps, and then this is that top flap that's going to fold over like that. So I've taken my template and I've traced it onto a piece of foil vellum. Now I don't have any more of that pretty gold foil vellum. This is a silver airplane from the Pink Paisley Atlas collection that I had in my stash, so I'm going to make another envelope using this one. So I've traced that on my vellum, and then I've used a bone folder to fold all my seams that don't get cut. So you can see here what you're actually cutting out and what you're seaming or folding. Now, it's important before we fold this together to do a few things. First, on what's going to be the front flap, you're going to poke a small hole. This is an 1/8 inch hole. This is 3 inches down from the top, and then centered on that. And then on the top flap, another one in the center. It's about 3/4 of an inch up. And I'm going to take a minute to stack these together and set them with an eyelet. So I have this is a 1 inch circle punch I just cut out of white cardstock, a small black eyelet. I stack those together, put them through the hole, and then I'm going to set this from the back side. I'm going to do the same for the top flap, but when I do that, I'm going to put a piece of string or twine through that before I set it. So that's going to give me the string through there. I'm going to do that, and I'll be back in a minute. So I just wanted to show you when I set this front flap, I put a piece of string through from the front. So the long piece is on the front of this flap. I stuck just a little tail through it. Oh, let me do that again. It fell out. Stick just a little tail through the inside, and I kind of squeeze it there with my finger. So now I have my paper disc and my eyelet. I'm going to put that through from the front side. And you can see there's a little tail for that string on the inside. And when I punch that, that's going to keep that string in there. Okay. So I've set that top one. Again, I still have this little tail. I'll snip it a little bit more. And you can see. So now this top flap has the string permanently attached to that. We're now okay to seal up our envelope, the last step. So you're going to want to take a look at this. This is going to be the front. And again, these little glue flaps are going to go around. Now you can glue them just on the outside like that. Or what I did is I used that red sticky back 2-sided tape, put them on the finished side here, and then seamed it shut like that. And I think that's just a little bit more finished. So I'll take a minute to do that. Okay, so I've seamed my envelope shut. I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but this top flap and those side glue flaps, I did trim a little angle off of each one of those. It just, I think, makes it look a little bit more finished, and it helps the corners close too if you do that to your glue flaps. So that's really it. Our envelope is complete now. We have the string, and you can wrap that around here. Getting it going the first time is a little tough, but you can wrap that around there. And I used a 1-foot piece of string. This is just a white twine. You could do it a little bit longer or shorter if you think you need it, but my piece was exactly 12 inches. And that's the finished envelope. To put it in my album, I just punched a few holes. I lined that up with a page protector to do that. And that's it. Very simple, and I think it's beautiful. Thanks for watching.